everywhere.
It's of critically low quality. There are some methodological, what we call in research, methodological problems.
A report on safe supply commissioned by the UCP has been released, but a group of 50 experts say its review is not only ideologically biased, but doesn't stand up factually. Bernie Pauly is a scientist at the Canadian Institute for Substance Use Research, one of 50 experts who signed this open letter to the UCP-chosen Safe Supply Committee about the review, which ultimately found no benefits with safe supply.
When you have a study that doesn't meet the accepted standards for a rapid review, and when you come to conclusions that it's going to create harm, that's actually dangerous.
There were a record 1,758 opioid-related deaths last year in Alberta. On average, 20 Canadians die every day.
If people are able to access a prescription and it's the right prescription for them and they have the resources, it can actually reduce overdoses. We need to build on that kind of evidence.
Anticipatory grief it's just always with you.
Angie Stain's 27-year-old son Brandon has been using substances for 10 years. Like so many others with a family member living this way, every day is a struggle.
It affects every aspect. It's the first thing you think when you wake up, and it's usually the last thing you think of when you fall asleep. I love my son, substance user or not. If he had a safe supply, and if Brandon needed to have a safe supply for the rest of his life, and that meant that he could be alive, I would support it 500%.
City News reached out to the review's author, Dr. Julian Summers, a professor with Simon Fraser University. He said in a statement, "I believe the letter's authors are upset with our conclusions rather than our methods. We advocate for a sea change in Canadian addiction practices away from a reliance on medications and toward evidence-based interventions that address root causes of addiction."
It takes away from progress and research because you're having to, address misinformation.
Advocates and the letter's signatories are highly concerned with the recommendations which come from this report, given the immediacy of the issue. Those are expected in June.
Dead people don't recover. People are dying from a poison supply. Safe supply is life and will save people's lives.
In Calgary, Taylor Braat, City News.